Being a great kisser takes some skill, and it can be quite daunting to do it in front of a camera. Nevertheless, some A-listers do kiss and tell, so we've compiled a list of the best kissers in all of Hollywood. Keep watching to discover who really knows how to smooch. Adam Sandler doesn't exactly ooze masculinity, but it turns out that this funny man is actually a pretty good kisser. Just ask the actresses who have had the pleasure of locking lips with him. In an episode of Watch What Happens Live, his Just Go With It co-star Brooklyn Decker revealed that she was taken aback by just how talented he was. As she put it, "He's a great kisser and he's also a gentleman, which I think makes the whole experience just nice." Decker also revealed that she's not the only actress who thinks so. Apparently, Sandler is the talk of the town.
Other actresses have said the same thing to me. They have come up to me, other actresses who have kissed him and said, "Hey, so good, right?"
This means a lot coming from Decker, who's also smooched New Girl's Max Greenfield, a bona fide sitcom stud. Apparently, Sandler is such a hot ticket that even Jennifer Aniston, his friend of 30 years, was counting down the days before they filmed their kissing scenes for Murder Mystery. As Sandler told the Associated Press, "She loves it. She sends me texts. 9 days to kissing. Here it comes." Chace Crawford pretty much dropped out of the public eye after Gossip Girl ended in 2012. He's still acting, but none of his subsequent projects have been anywhere near as iconic. And frankly, that's a waste of his kissing talent. When he played the handsome and troubled Nate Archibald, there was hardly a single teenage girl in the world who didn't want to take him to prom, or a single bored housewife who didn't want to lure him into an affair. Regardless of how hot his career currently is, Crawford's time as Nate was steamy enough for him to become forever renowned as one of the best kissers in Hollywood. As Gossip Girl guest star Mädchen Amick told People magazine in 2008, "He's a very good kisser. If anyone gets the opportunity to kiss him, he will not disappoint." But that description wasn't enough for New York Magazine's Jessica Pressler, who responded to that quote by writing, "That's it? Good? Couldn't she be a little more descriptive, like, his touch was firm but tender as he pulled me towards him, wrapping his short yet muscular arms around me." Katie Cassidy, who played another one of Nate's love interests on Gossip Girl, shared a similar sentiment a couple years later. When E! asked her if Crawford was a fab kisser, she said, "Well, my boyfriend is a good kisser." We can only assume that she was really talking about her on-screen boyfriend. Heath Ledger's legacy extends far beyond his indelible performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight. He's also remembered for his legendary kisses, one of which actually helped change history. In 2006, he and Jake Gyllenhaal won Best Kiss at the MTV Awards for Brokeback Mountain. The film also won several other industry awards, but it was the kiss that spoke volumes as it led the charge with LGBTQ visibility in mainstream media. Gyllenhaal himself has been vocal about how the kiss was particularly meaningful. At the 2010 New Yorker Festival, he said, "This has been hard for me to explain for years. It was about more than just kissing. We had very little to do with that scene being as powerful as it was, so we just basically went up and slammed our mouths together. We were the instruments for something that was much bigger than both of us." And that wasn't the only time that Ledger left a lasting impression on one of his co-stars. In a 2014 episode of Watch What Happens Live, Kate Hudson revealed that Ledger, whom she starred alongside in The Four Feathers, was the man behind her favorite on-screen kiss.
That was pretty excellent.
Really?
Yeah.
What made it great? He was just a passionate guy?
He was just so beautiful and sweet and gentle.
That really speaks volumes considering the other handsome men that Hudson's locked lips with. Kirsten Dunst has big kiss energy, which is abundantly clear in one of the most iconic movie kisses in pop culture history. Her upside-down lip lock with Tobey Maguire in 2002's Spider-Man landed the pair an MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss. Since then, it's become so famous that it's been frequently parodied. Once you've been spoofed, you know you've made it. Dunst's lip-locking skills extend beyond superhero movies. She's got so much confidence that she even had the audacity to call kissing Brad Pitt gross. To be fair, she was only 11 years old when she smooched him in 1994's Interview with the Vampire. In 2019, she told Entertainment Tonight, "Yeah, it was gross. I stand by that. It would have been so much creepier if an 11-year-old was like, it was great. You'd be like, there's something wrong with this child." Dunst's kisses are so top-notch that her How to Lose Friends and Alienate People co-star Simon Pegg has admitted that it was distracting. As he told TV Guide, I have to remind myself I'm married. When you have to kiss Kirsten Dunst, it's an odd profession to be in. You have to remember it's not because they like you. Nobody expected the kid from Holes to grow up to be a great kisser. And after all, Shia LaBeouf is much better known for bar brawls, a bizarre motivational video, and live streaming himself watching his entire filmography. But it appears that we've been missing out, at least according to Megan Fox, who was rumored to have dated LaBeouf around the time they starred in Transformers together. In 2014, she picked him when E! asked who her best on-screen kiss was. That means that he ranks ahead of the likes of Adam Scott and Amanda Seyfried. LaBeouf's kisses are even powerful enough to help ignite the passion in a dead romance. In March 2020, Daily Mail spotted him smooching his ex-wife, Mia Goth, 2 years after they separated. The following month, they appeared to still be going strong. We can't say for sure that LaBeouf's kisses are emotionally healing, but we also can't say for sure that they're not emotionally healing. We probably shouldn't be surprised that multiple celebs have called Johnny Depp a great kisser, especially considering the fact that he modeled Captain Jack Sparrow after rock star Keith Richards. The Rolling Stones were known for their ways with women after all. The group claimed to have collectively slept with 444 ladies during their first 2 years of being in a band, though Richards only accounted for 6 of them. Nevertheless, Depp seems to possess a rock star spirit when it comes to locking lips. In 2009, his Public Enemies co-star Marion Cotillard gushed, "Johnny Depp is a very, very nice guy. I was very nervous, but he was very protective of me, and if you really want to know, he is a very, very good kisser." Keira Knightley, who smooched Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest, shared the same sentiment. She reportedly begged director Gore Verbinski to write in a kiss with Depp. Even though her character was mostly lip-locking Orlando Bloom, Verbinski relented and the kiss was everything Knightley ever dreamed of. As she reportedly said, "I'm glad I got it. It was good. Really good." Zac Efron has something to say about his Greatest Showman co-star Zendaya, and that is that she's a really, really good kisser.
Yeah, this might be my favorite kiss, I think, ever.
Zendaya did a bit of a double take when Efron made this claim, which is understandable because, after all, he has kissed a lot of his co-stars, thus making him a bit of an authority on the subject. Someone even put together a YouTube compilation of all his on-screen kisses, and it spans over 6 minutes. That's a lot when you consider that a kiss can last just a second. He even ranked Zendaya over his sprinkler-soaked High School Musical 2 kiss with Vanessa Hudgens, and that one had literal fireworks. The truth is that we don't need Efron to tell us that Zendaya is an excellent kisser. Her smooch with Hunter Schafer in Season 1 of Euphoria tells us all we need to know. That lip lock was even intense enough for Refinery29 to rank it as one of the best kissing scenes in TV history. Jennifer Aniston is such a master kisser that she doesn't even need to show up when she earns a prize for it. When she won Best Kiss at the MTV Movie Awards in 2014, along with Emma Roberts and Will Poulter for We're the Millers, she was nowhere to be found at the ceremony. To be fair though, that scene was rather awkward, although that's what made it so great. If there were a Hollywood Walk of Kisses, we have some pretty concrete evidence that Aniston would be on it. In a 2018 episode of Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen got Gerard Butler to reveal that Aniston is a better kisser than Angelina Jolie. And we know that Jolie isn't short on skills. In a separate episode of Watch What Happens Live, Ethan Hawke claimed, "Angelina Jolie was born to whittle men and to make them weak. And when she kisses you, you don't know your name." So it's fair to conclude that Brad Pitt is attracted to ladies who know how to kiss well. For further evidence of Aniston's prowess, we have Ellen DeGeneres to thank. She gave the Friends actress a little peck on the lips during a 2019 episode of her talk show and concluded that Aniston had notably soft lips. Case closed. If it weren't for romance, Leonardo DiCaprio's career would not exist. Anyone who was alive in 1997 knows the truth of this statement thanks to the phenomenon known as Titanic. Even if you were born after that, you still probably know that Jack and Rose are one of the most iconic couples of all time. Since then, DiCaprio has become so infamous for his way with the ladies that his globe-hopping exploits were name-checked in a Taylor Swift song. Beyond his reputation, there's also plenty of concrete evidence that he is, indeed, one of Hollywood's best kissers. When E! asked his Django Unchained co-star Nicole Galicia about kissing him, she responded, "It was everything you would imagine it to be. It was perfect." And in 2016, Maggie Smith told NPR that her kiss with DiCaprio at the BAFTA Awards was, quote, a real thrill. Last but not least, Margot Robbie, who played DiCaprio's wife in The Wolf of Wall Street, also offered some rave reviews. As she told People magazine, all of my girlfriends interrogated me and asked, is he an amazing kisser? I'd sit them down and say, all I know is his screen kissing is great. Tom Cruise has had a series of highly public, well-documented, excruciatingly awkward kisses with his ex-wife Katie Holmes. It's enough that TV Guide even assembled a best-of list, which we never want to see again as long as we live. The whole thing is enough to have us believe that a real-life War of the Worlds would be more pleasant than planting a peck on the guy who jumped all over Oprah Winfrey's couch. But we'd apparently be completely wrong about that. Tom Cruise, it turns out, is one of the best kissers in all of Hollywood, at least according to some of his co-stars. In a 2011 episode of The Rachel Ray Show, Gwyneth Paltrow raved about her kiss with Cruise at the beginning of Austin Powers in Goldmember. As she gushed, he was an amazing kisser. Paula Patton, who kissed Cruise in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, also had a positive review to offer when she appeared on Live with Kelly and Ryan. Andy Cohen was also on that episode of Live, and we know about his skills when it comes to keep getting celebs to kiss and tell.
And he had amazing breath. It wasn't minty, it was just perfect.
After Patton explained the story behind the smooch, Cohen chimed in, that looks very hot. Based on the visual evidence and Patton's enthusiasm, we'd have to agree with that assessment. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.